MCU Collector here with video number 5. Here we have the Hasbro Marvel Legends Gladiator Hulk Build-A-Figure wave based on the Thor Ragnarok movie. Here we have Odinson, or Young Thor, whereas I think the SDC box set exclusive is actually going to be more of the unworthy Thor Odinson, whereas this one is actually a young Thor, but still labeled as Odinson on the back of the package. But here we see that we have the mighty Thor logo there, and he does share packaging with Ares. We have young Thor there on one side, Ares on the other, so that's why we have him listed as 9 Realms Warriors. So the bio on the back of the package reads, Crusaders of the Realms, these warriors wield ancient weapons in their fight to bring balance to the kingdoms from which they hail. So this young Thor, Odinson, whatever you want to call him, comes with the axe. I think the axe has a name, Yarnborn, maybe. I have no idea. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong or if I'm right, or who knows. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. But here we have the figure. So we'll open it up and take a look at the figure inside. We'll take a look at the Hulk Build-A-Figure piece, which is the largest piece. It is the torso. So we'll take a look at that. So here, look at the torso piece, which is nice. We have that war paint going on. We actually have some chest hair in there, which looks pretty good. Kind of nice little touch. It almost gives you, a little bit of texture, a little bit of depth to it. So really nice looking figure. This does not look like the same torso with any of the previous Hulk figures. It is definitely a different torso. Not the same. Not the same at all. Even with the previous one. Not the same. So I will do a comparison with all the MCU Hulk figures at the end with the Gladiator Build-A-Figure piece. Even the probably less known Target exclusive Incredible Hulk Marvel Legends figure, which looks nothing like the movie Hulk, but it was supposed to be based on it. Many of you guys may not know that, or maybe you do. I don't know, but I will also include that one. So here we have it. So the skirt piece, or the dress to him, looks really nice. So a lot of straps and stuff like that in there. It kind of has that nice brown, bronzy color to it, which is really nice. And then just like the wrists, we have that purple cloth in there, so really nice. Good paint work, silver buckle. We got a little bit of black in there. It'll look very nice. So very happy to kind of put Gladiator Hulk all together. But it's nice to see that we're getting a brand new sculpt instead of just reuse of some different parts. So very pleased with that. So first we'll take a look at the young Thor figure. Wait a second, that's Sentry. So if a lot of you guys may have noticed that this Thor, young Thor, shares a lot of the same parts as Sentry, mainly the head and the body on the Hyperion body mold. So it is the same exact head sculpt, which isn't anything new. Hasbro's done this multiple times. If you would have seen the SDCC Thunderbolts exclusive, we have that Luke Cage that everybody wants. Is $100. I want it. I won't pay $100, but I really want it. But that head sculpt was used multiple times. The Radioactive Man from that Target exclusive 3-pack with Captain America, Miss Marvel, and Radioactive Man. It's the same head sculpt as that. The Guardians of the Galaxy Entertainment Earth exclusive comic set, that Drax head is the same head as that Luke Cage and that Radioactive Man. So we've seen it before. Blizzard, Eel, it's all the same, which I'm completely fine with. And it is enough of a difference when you have painted on eyes to see difference. Whereas Sentry, you just have the white pupils there. And young Thor, we do have some eyes and fairly good paint work there. One thing that's a little odd, I don't know what that is on the top of the head. I think that's kind of actually some extra little plastic piece as part of the hair. I'm not sure, but same basic shading. It's a little bit brighter of a yellow, but same basic thing. There's some differences to the sculpt work as far as the full body, but it is the Hyperion mold, and it is the same head sculpt as Sentry. So just thought it was fun to kind of throw that in there. But here we have the young Thor. Nice looking cape. It's tattered. There's actually some shading in there as opposed to any of the previous capes and any of the figures from the wave. So that's kind of nice. We get some holes kind of throughout. So that's pretty cool looking. We'll take a look at the axe. Again, I don't know if this is what the name is, if it's Yarnborn, or if I'm just have no clue and completely clueless. Let me know in the comments, guys. Not real familiar as far as comics and the Thor and how who everyone is and everything. but I did get the figure because I need to complete the Gladiator Hulk. But nice shine texture to the blade, which looks very nice. A little bit of sculpted detail in there. Let's see if we can turn down the lights a little bit. And a lot of sculpted detail work in there. Even the wood of the handle has the kind of that wood grain in there, but no shading or anything. But the handle, the strap, we do kind of see some brown with some silver in it there. It would have been nice to get some shadow effect in shading into the wood, or a wash to give it that natural wood look to it that we see with some of the accessories on some figures, but still very nice nonetheless. Here, the young Thor, so we'll look at the differences. Primarily the Hyperion mold, so I'm sure you guys are all familiar with the articulation. He doesn't really move back so far because it's the cape, and the hair doesn't allow it so much. It does look all the way down, so it goes around. Rotate all around, upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. One thing that's different, we do have these wrist straps that are kind of floating straps that are on there. They can just kind of freely move around. Wrist hinge and swivel, same on both sides. This cape is nice. You can always pop off the head if you wanted to kind of do that and either have it with or without. But it does remove nicely. Silver right there as far as the buckle. And then on the inside we have some of that same shadow effect. So it's nice that we kind of got that on something, especially if it's going to be kind of a tattered or war-torn cape. It's nice to see that we have that kind of dirty look to it. So I'm glad they kind of added that in and gave that to us. So very nice. You know what, now that I look at it, maybe this is not the Hyperion mold, because I do not see the hole in the back. As far as the... Look at that. It is not the Hyperion mold, so I don't know if this is a new mold or not. I guess it's hard to tell with the black. It's not as wide. Yeah, maybe it is a new mold. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below if you've seen that about that, guys. But definitely not the Hyperion mold. So I stand corrected, not the Hyperion mold. Let me know if you guys have seen this body mold somewhere else. I don't recall seeing it anywhere. So it looks like we have a new body mold. The no peg hole in the back really gave it away. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. Maybe it's new. That's interesting that we would see it on this figure, which is probably the least wanted figure of the entire wave. But, I mean, I could see why. There's not a whole lot to it, but, you know, it's a decent enough figure. Look at the boots. These are actually sculpted onto the legs, so that is an actual sculpt. It is different from the Marvel Now Thor, if anybody was wondering. As I looked at it in the package, I kind of assumed that it was probably the same one. It is not. If you look here, it is a very, very different sculpt size-wise. There's no ankle pivot on this. You have that strap there. So it is a different figure. Just a light brown tan that they didn't even really do. You can kind of see the black kind of bleed through. But it's pretty good. But anyway, double jointed knee, upper thigh cut, legs go out this far, very nice. So the legs, this upper leg, it looks like it's the Hyperion mold. Ankle rocker, of course, ankle goes all the way down, ankle goes up quite a bit, very nice. And we also have this belt piece, which is kind of floating. It's not glued on or anything, but it is there. We do get a nice brown for that rope belt look to it. Not bad. All in all, decent figure. You know, it's there in my collection. I need to build a figure piece. Probably not on everyone's want list, but definitely a decent enough figure. And if that is a new body mold there, that's great. Anytime we can get new body molds, always welcome. Again, if anybody recognizes that, maybe from an older figure or anything, let me know. But based on what I remember of my collection, I don't think that is a reuse. But again, let me know if you've seen it on a different figure. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment down below.